Hello, hello, hello. Amphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another true crime Unsolved Mysteries reading. This time it is on episode 2 of Unsolved Mysteries Volume 4. So this one is called, I believe it's called Body in the Basement. So it's about a woman named, Amanda Antoni, who was found dead in her home in Canada. And so if you haven't watched the episode, obviously you need to watch the episode to get the backstory. But they don't really know what happened and how she died. She basically had an injury to her head from what they believe to be a piggy bank. Her husband was out of town. He was calling her. He heard some sort of like dog barking, and then the phone disconnected, didn't think anything of it, came home and found her dead in the basement. They have no idea who it could have been, or even if it was. I think a lot of people have declared this to be an accident, like a freak accident where she fell down the stairs in the basement. Other people believe that somebody pushed her. So we're going to go ahead and do a reading on this and see what I see. Now, I don't know what I'm going to get. Okay, I'm just going to try my best. My intention here is to help and maybe give some clarity of what I see. I do have a decent track record considering I've been doing readings on all of the episodes. So if you haven't seen any of my past Unsolved Mysteries, hopefully I've put a link up there for them. There's a giant playlist full of them. So yeah, my intention here is to help. Let's see what I can get. Okay, so remember these readings are all led different tapers only, and let's get started. Also, if you like these, let me fix this. But if you like these while I do that, if you like these, you can join the YouTube members. There is a $5, $10, and $15 tier. You get access to exclusive readings that you can't find anywhere else on celebrities and stuff. And you get access to pick-a-cards that are exclusive and potential to win a reading. So check that out. It's linked down below. All right. I want to look at her, what happened, and who caused it. Her. 8 of Pentacles. Interesting. What happened? Temperance card. Reverse. Impatience. Imbalance. Imbalance. And then what caused it? 2 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. I want to look at her and her husband. Okay. She's the 9 of Pentacles. Her husband is the 4 of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles between the two of them. And then I also want to look at, they talked about the sister. The sister. So she's the Tower, the sister is the 8 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. Okay. All right, I'm going to try and latch onto the energy and see what I see. This is going to be a tough one. This might be one of the hardest readings I've ever done. Okay, so she's the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is about putting in hard work and effort, and that's like someone doing what is right. So I'm not really seeing her have like a bad character or do something shady. The 8 of Pentacles also to me would be about someone following their routine, putting the effort in and following my daily routine. So it doesn't look like there's anything out of the ordinary with her. So I agree with them on that. The 2 of Pentacles, the Temperance card reverse is about what happened. Temperance is impatience and imbalance. And when it's reversed, that's what it means. When it's upright, it's the opposite. It's more about patience. So I definitely see her losing her balance and tripping at some point. That I definitely think happened. And Temperance is also about gossip, and it's reversed. So I don't really see too much gossip here. So it definitely looks like this is an isolated incident. Temperance being reversed, though, is interesting because I think that's translating physically to being physically imbalanced. Now, I do know she had cannabis in her system, and they said that she took that for her migraines. So that could also be indicative of the Temperance card reverse, but there's definitely a losing of balance. So I definitely see a fall of some sort. Absolutely. Now, the 2 of Pentacles is reversed, which is about who did this. The 2 of Pentacles, to me, not a great sign for there being an immediate like other person. I'm going to keep looking, but 2 of Pentacles would be, if it's upright, I would say, okay, it's an exchange between 2 people. When it's reversed, it's usually not an exchange between 2 people. It's usually the opposite. I guess you could see that as a bad exchange between 2 people, but I'm leaning more towards there being a lack of another person. So sometimes the Two of Pentacles reverse, especially when it has the Shining as the reference here in this card with the twins, sometimes it's about thinking you've seen something or being spooked by something. Whether or not it's real or not is hard to tell, but that's definitely, to me, like, you know when you like jump up and you get scared and you think you see a ghost and you trip? That's kind of what I'm seeing. Okay, so let's keep going before I conclude on that. So her and her husband, she showed us the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles, we know she was the breadwinner at the time, so that makes sense. But the Nine of Pentacles is also a single card. So for me, it's kind of like, I mean, I know that they painted the picture of like the happiest marriage ever, but I definitely think that for her, I don't believe that she was necessarily super happy. I mean, I guess really who is, but the Nine of Pentacles is kind of like, I feel like I'm alone. I feel like I do things on my own. I feel like I'm single. And then he showed up as the Four of Pentacles. So it's interesting that all three between these two are Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is a greedy, selfish card. I want you all to myself and I want nothing else. And the Ace of Pentacles is upright as well. The Ace of Pentacles is about like money and opportunity. So I know they were fighting over money. And I potentially maybe I'm a little interested about what he was spending money on. Four of Pentacles. Was he at his mom's house to make money, to get money? I just see some sort of like money. I also think there's an object that, that he maybe gave her or something, like a locket or something. There's something, I see her holding something in her hands that he gave her. There's something he gave her. I will say, watching the show, I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful or anything like that, but it felt, it's not, how do I word this? Well, let me finish the cards first. The Ace of Pentacles can also technically be the piggy bank because you put money in a piggy bank. So that could be translating literally as a piggy bank. Was that a gift? I'm going to come back to this. Okay, so Tower being reversed. There's a lot going on here. So she's the Tower reverse, rebuilding from drama, and the sister is the Six of Pentacles reverse. That is also a lack of accountability and lack of follow through, and the Queen of Swords is a selfish individual. So that's like cursing people out and fighting. So that makes sense. They were fighting, whatever. I definitely think the sister said something to her though, like something maybe happened that weekend or something where the sister said something or threatened something. The interesting thing though is the Six of Pentacles being reversed tells me that there's a lack of follow through. So I see that as like empty threats. So that's interesting. I'm like coming on dead ends constantly. Okay, so I want clarification for the Two Pentacles up here. Five of Swords. Issues with details. Distrust. Lovers. Wait. Hold on. Three of Cups. Lovers. Five of Swords. Wait, I want to pull clarification for down here. Magician is communication. Two of Cups, separation. Five of Wands, fighting. Okay, I definitely think they were fighting. The relationship between her and her husband, they were fighting. But there's someone else here. Were there any accusations of cheating? Because you guys know Three of Cups is definitely a cheating card for me. And Five of Swords being pettiness and an issue with details. And the Lover's card. Now, sometimes that could be an issue with the alibi, sure. But for me, I think that has to do with, did he think she was cheating? There's something going on here about, why would she show up as a Nine of Pentacles, which is about like a single card? And then why am I seeing another person, another like romantic interest around her? I can't tell if that's an accusation or real. I don't think it was the sister. Unless the sister's related to the other person. There is a third person here, I'm not gonna lie. There's a third person here. And it's not. Okay. So the Ten of Cups is reversed. The Ten of Cups is like family reverse. I don't think it's the sister. Queen of Wands reverse. I don't think it's the sister. But then we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Death card. Is there anybody that she met at work? Is there somebody she was talking to at work? Did they do a full investigation into her coworkers and the people she was friends with? Because somebody was jealous of her. What the fuck? Somebody's jealous of her. Okay, now I'm not sure if this is related to the actual death or if these are the circumstances before the death. It's hard for me to figure out if the death is accidental or not. But this is stuff that I'm getting before the lead up to the death. I feel like someone is like accusing her of cheating. The interesting thing is it doesn't feel like it's like, I know, like, I'm sure her and her husband probably fought over things like that. It's not the husband. Because, like, I'm getting like, yeah, they were fighting. Yeah, he didn't really trust her sometimes. I think that she was definitely getting frustrated with him, but that seems normal to me. I look at that and I think, okay, red herring. And then I go to the right, okay? When I go to the right, it says sister. She's not following through. She like is screaming and yelling because I see visuals in my mind's eye. So, okay. So she's screaming and yelling and throwing things, but she's not following through. She like, it's like if she picked up a knife, she would put it down. Like, I don't see her having the balls to follow through with what she's saying unless someone else did, but we'll go with, I don't see her following through. And then I look to the left and there's a shadow figure behind her, and the shadow figure has a ponytail. To me, that's a symbol of a female. Okay. And then when I look for that, I go to the pentacles and I go, okay, it's all pentacles. To me, it feels like, and the Ten of Cups is like a group of people. And I don't think it's family because it's reversed. So it's not family. And then there's the Queen of Wands, which is somebody who's mad at her, feminine energy. And then we're looking at the Three of Cups, which is like a jealousy and the Lover's card. So what are you jealous over? Some sort of attention. It's almost like someone's husband. It's like if someone was like accusing her of like flirting with their husband, or someone was accusing them of flirting with their boyfriend, or if someone just didn't like her behavior. That's weird. Why the hell is my camera not focused? Because then we see the Seven of Swords, victory at all costs, the Knight of Swords reverse, impure intentions, and then the Five of Cups reverse, which is an emotional outburst. Like, I knew you were texting him, or I knew you were talking to him. This is my opinion, all legend for entertainers only. There is someone here that believes that she was talking to their husband or boyfriend, or interested in their husband or boyfriend. Now, whether or not there's something else going on with the husband, I know that the husband, I know there might have been something going on there. Maybe he lived a double life. Maybe he had a boyfriend or girlfriend on the side. I don't know. But I'm not really going to get into that because I don't really feel like if that's a part of this, that's a small part of this. I'm seeing something else. I'm seeing something else. I'm seeing someone else accusing her of talking to their husband or talking to their husband. Unless they have the roles reversed and it's the husband, but I don't think so. It's hard for me to tell. I think I'm going to have to re-pull to get my energy focused because I'm like looking in my mind's eye and like searching around. I'm seeing I definitely see someone. Was someone at her house earlier in the day? Did she have a friend visit her earlier in the day? Because what I'm seeing in my mind's eye, and this might be a metaphor, I'm seeing someone like come over, hang out with her, almost like a coworker, and then maybe leave something, and then be like, oh, I'm coming back to pick my shit up. Coming back to pick their shit up, and then that's when something happens. So I don't know if that's exact or if that's a metaphor. It could just be about someone coming back around or coming back, or someone she trusted. It could be a metaphor for someone that she trusted. Because I see the dog, and then I see the dog kind of like circle the person and like lay down at their feet and at their lap. So it's like the dog trusts the person. But I'm also seeing her talk to this person before she got attacked. It's almost like the person was sitting in the room with her. It's like she invited the person over or something. I'm just not sure if they had left and then she fell. Like maybe they argued and then she fell because they like came back, or if like it was earlier in the day and she just so happened to be, you know, maybe that's why she had the migraine, is because they were yelling and screaming earlier in the day, or there was some sort of altercation earlier in the day, or maybe just an intense conversation earlier in the day. And then she ended up, you know, falling. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you, I see this so strongly. And normally I don't feel something so strongly. I'm sorry I'm not looking at the camera or the cards. I'm like looking at my mind's eye. I'm telling you, I see somebody here being like, get the fuck away from him. And I'm confused because I don't think that this was in the video at all, or the show. I need to repull. There's a third person here that I see being like, what the fuck? But the thing is this person's not a murderer. This person is like screaming, yelling, and throwing things. Maybe they could have pushed her and she could have fell and not realized. Maybe. But it also kind of just feels like this may have been a precursor to why she was like disoriented, or why she had the migraine in the first place. Like there could be multiple things going on at once. There's somebody at her work, dude. The Three of Pentacles is reversed. That's job. Somebody connected through her job at least, or somebody she met through a job at some point, like a friend she made at a job at some point. Because the Hermit is about her being isolated and alone. And then the Sun is like happiness, but it's also like you, there it is, the Temperance card reversed. It's the same three cards, and you saw me shuffle as I pulled earlier. Two of Pentacles reversed is like an unequal exchange. The Temperance card, impatience and balance. And then the Nine of Pentacles, it's like a single card. So it's like, what are you doing acting single? What are you doing? Did she confide in anyone, like a best friend or something? Did they have any infidelity? Like there's some sort of like, it's almost like there's a secret. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's another. The Emperor is like someone's fucking husband or boyfriend, and the King of Wands, the Star, is like, nobody can know about this. And then there's some sort of accusation being made. I'm telling you, I know I sound crazy, and maybe this is just something that is like coincidentally happening before, you know, she accidentally falls. That's possible. It's definitely possible. But this is why she was stressed out the whole weekend. This is also why she stayed back. I do not believe that she did not go to Saskatchewan, whatever the hell it's called, because she was sick. I believe that she had business to take care of, quote unquote, with this situation. And I'm telling you, I feel so strongly about this. I feel like she had a conversation to talk about with this, some sort of like sit down or meeting or something. But the thing is that I see her being like, okay, all right, we handled that, we settled that, and then I see her getting spooked. I see her getting spooked. It's like if you see something, you're like, what the fuck is that? Because she was paranoid. And she was paranoid that somebody would come back. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe nobody came back, but she was paranoid that somebody was going to come and get her because she was being threatened, or because there was some like shady shit going on. And she got paranoid when she heard the dog, freaked out. The dog runs into her. She falls. That could be it too. Because even if someone did come back into the house, I don't think that their intention was to hurt her, scare her, argue with her, but not hurt her. I think her ultimate demise and death does seem to be a little bit more circumstantial and accidental. And if she was pushed, it was back and forth. You know how when people are arguing or fighting and sometimes the dog like jumps in the middle of it? I'm wondering if that's what was going on. I'm not even sure that if there was someone there, I'm not even sure they would have known. They would have just fucking been like, fuck this. Almost like if you were to argue and then go back and forth and then you leave, and then I'm wondering if they left, and if someone did come back, if they left and then she fell after that. It's really difficult to tell. I will say this. I do think at the end of the day, this was mostly an accident. But there's some other, there's a accusation that plays a part in this. So I guess I can't really 100% label it as like completely accidental, because I can only grasp a little bit of information about this. I will say the husband was I was picking up some vibes when it came to, I don't know, he didn't necessarily say what his sexuality was, but he was given a little bit. But I don't know if that played a part in it either, if I'm just being paranoid, but like he was given a little bit. But some men give that, and doesn't mean they are. But I don't know. There's something else. But she wasn't, you know what's interesting is like her being the Eight of Pentacles, I don't feel like she was like out of character, which is why I'm like, if something was happening with her and someone else, it was going on for a long time. Eight of Pentacles says it was going on for a very long time. If there was. She either was completely innocent and wasn't talking to anyone else and someone suspected she was, or it was happening for an extremely long time. Those are the only two ways. Because Eight of Pentacles would be like, this is my normal. So if something's normal, it would have to be going on for a while. So I don't know. Maybe I left you with more questions than answers, but there's a backstory here that was not talked about that I'm very, very, very much adamant. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just like reading things wrong. And you know what? Completely up to you. If you don't want to believe it, that's fine. Excuse me. I was going to say it's the truth because that's what I always say when I burp, but whatever. But for me, I genuinely believe this, and I feel it very intensely. And so I don't know. Is it possible that someone was trying to set her up to make it look like she was cheating? That's another thing that I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to leave it there, you guys. This video, maybe you won't like it, but join the YouTube members, okay? It's linked down below. Good luck. I feel like I might have to do another video on this because I'm like, what the fuck? This one was hard.